have Brian Moon, the CEO of PTC. And also we have Tony, Board of Governors from the PTC. Thank you so much for joining us today in a PTW interview session.
PTC is technically a not-for-profit, membership-driven organization. It was founded almost 48 years ago in Honolulu, and the mission has always been the same: to advance digital infrastructure, telecommunications, ICT. We're certainly known for the annual conference, which takes place every single January in Honolulu. But throughout the year, we have lots of programs and initiatives that continue to drive the mission. So we have a young professionals program, a new, in a sense, mini MBA program in partnership with Columbia Business School, and that is helping to advance mid-level, senior-level managers to the C-suite. So continuing to build that pipeline for careers in our industry. We also participate in activities such as research studies. So as a not-for-profit, we have take contributions that we receive and be able to reinvest it back into the industry.
I think PTC has evolved to follow the trends in digital infrastructure, collaborating with companies that are bringing new technology, new innovation to the community that we all live in. And every year we spend a fair bit of time at planning what are the next trends, where is digital infrastructure, whether it's the neoclouds, the hyperscalers, what fiber is being built, what undersea cable systems, and what applications are being passed over all that. That's really important. We want to ensure that we're in sort of the cutting edge. We get the right people, the right presenters, the right attendees. Our objective is not just growth in numbers, but it's growth in terms of where the industry is heading.
To add on to what Tony said, is the audience is extremely important, and that's what's made the annual conference really unique. We bring in a very, very unique audience. There's a lot of C-level conversations happening, right? There's government officials coming, academia coming, as well as business professionals throughout. Because of the timing of the year, it being in January, it helps kick off a lot of these business discussions that are happening and a lot of the planning that's happening. It's a very unique and successful environment.
Asia Pacific, the global industry, Brian and I do a lot of work in terms of community development by going out to the conferences. Well, next week we're going to be at PTC Japan, which are reaching out to the community there, which is going to be an amazing event. We're double the attendees from last year. We want to continue to enrich that. So our idea is to take from reaching out to the people in the community, hearing where folks want to go from an industry, the innovation, enrich ourselves with understanding what's going on. We launched a new platform last year called the Alakai, which was more of an intimate, smaller setting, but we were able to get a lot of executive and C-levels. We're going to continue that, but we have a lot of surprises that we're going to introduce this year. We're going to follow the trends of where the industries are going. We also want to be ahead. Hey, what's coming in 5 to 6 years? And ultimately, where we look at from a PTC, we want to continue to introduce new areas, new topics, and enrich people. I mean, our objective is not, as Brian mentioned, I think what's super unique about PTC is it's a nonprofit. So our mission is to give back to the community, and that's what we're going to continue to do. I think one of the biggest things outside of the amazing presenters that we have at PTC, it's a great place for people to network and have meetings. And in those meetings, you can obviously develop new ideas to say, okay, how do we alleviate pressure? There's a fiber cut within Asia, right? It happens almost every year. And so how do we figure out getting people together to have a networking event where they can talk about industry trends and industry problems, where there might be traffic problems in Asia or in the Middle East or in Latin America or wherever it might be. And I think we're going to continue to do that and help to be facilitator of moving process and moving challenges. We want to be at the cutting edge of every type of technology and make sure we have the right people. I think PTC, you're going to see a number of panels on what are the areas where we can support AI, whether it's data centers, fiber, tower, whatever it might be, and I think there's going to be a heavy influence on that. We're going to rely on a lot of the experts, make sure that we have the expertise there to talk about the trends, the problems, the challenges, the opportunities. I always talk about challenges and opportunity. how to fix it, right? AI is the hottest topic. It's everything in the news. We want to continue to talk about development. We're going to continue to have people who are experts in data centers and providing capacity for that. Fiber is becoming much more of a need. IP-centric, solutions are becoming much more of a need, and we'll continue to facilitate those conversations.
Tony said it's, and something we talked about earlier, it's bringing the right people to the room, as they say. If you have the right people in the room who are making the decisions, that's extremely important. And that's where I think the vastness of the unique audience, again, that we bring to not only the annual conference, but we also have a mid-year seminar called PTC DC. It's actually held in Washington, DC, and the reason for that event was, how do you bring our community, our industry, our members together with government officials, policymakers, regulators, because you don't want decisions being made without properly educating, and that's both sides, right? And so that's, again, an extremely important focus of ours, is bringing the right people in the room, talking about the right topics and the solutions that the industry is going to provide. PTC is in a unique location of opportunity right now. Location-wise, we're strategically located literally in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, so we are the middle ground to North America and Asia, right? But from an organization, we're also strategically positioned right now because we do have the benefit of continuing to support the Pacific Rim. That's in our mission statement, is to continue to help focus and support the Pacific Island countries. But we've been very fortunate over the past several years to grow globally. Our membership has grown significantly all around the world. More players come into the industry now, and they know what PTC is, and they're hearing about us and want to participate in different programs, come to the annual conference, etc. From a 30,000-foot view, having that opportunity to engage with more and more in the industry and being a respected resource, and that goes back to our not-for-profit status, gives us an advantage that way, that we're a neutral party in lots of areas. It gives us that edge to do these types of program conferences, these meetings, research studies, train up the next young professionals. And so it goes back to what we talked about at the very beginning, is being that organization that continues to support and advance the industry. After AI, whatever the next AI becomes, we again have the opportunity to capture that and then help promote that.
It's great what Brian covered, but I think the one thing that I want to highlight that Brian mentioned, which is really important, is people. We have a real challenge with labor issues right now, whether people are aging out, we don't have enough people to handle all these tasks. There's going to be a really big push to train more to enter our industry, right? Brian and team are doing a great job. They have a program at Columbia. We have PTC Academy. These are great programs, enriching the community to ensure that we have future development of resources.
Thank you so much for today's session.
Thank you. Aloha.
See you in the next PTC.
Yeah, thank you so much.